So that was Van Meter throwing out the first pitch here at Kentucky Wild Health Field. Well, the morning fog has burned off, and now as we roll into the evening, it's 82 degrees, sunny and clear, and it's time for baseball. Good evening, everybody. Steve Tressler here as the Lexington Legends prepare to host a 6-game homestand with the Wild Health Genomes, a field that they share with the Genomes. And in the first time ever, both teams can call this field home field, but they'll be fighting to see who really gets to say, hey, this is our house. We're going to find that out soon enough here as they get ready for a 6-game homestand for the Legends, but it's a de facto 6-game homestand for the Genomes as well. We'll be bringing you all kinds of great information throughout the ball game, and we'll bring you the starting lineups here soon enough. We will tell you, though, the starting pitcher today for the Genomes is going to be Eli Villanueva. So it'll be interesting to see him pitch against these guys because he had a great outing last time I called his game, and we'll see how he does with that Lexington Legends lineup, including big Courtney Hawkins, who's leading the ALPB right now with 8 home runs. But we'll do a little recap of the ALPB when we come back. This is Lexington Legends Baseball right here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Hey, Pee-wee. Welcome back to Wild Health Field, everybody. Steve Tressler here as the Lexington Legends get ready to host a 6-game homestand with the Wild Health Genomes, the team that actually the field is named for, the Wild Health Field. So it's going to be an interesting series here as these teams know each other very well, and there's a little pregame chatter down there on the field between the managers several hours before we got to this point where the managers were actually, it didn't look like they were having a friendly chat either. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out as well. There was a big weekend in the ALPB. There were several double headers over the weekend. As a matter of fact, all 10 teams at some point played a double header. And what's really interesting is everybody that played in those double headers either swept or got swept. Either took the sweep or got swept. Excuse me. I wasn't a C student for nothing. But yeah, the Genomes had a double header, so did the Lexington Legends. And as it turned out, the Charleston Dirty Birds swept the Legends on Saturday. And then the Legends were able to get a win on Sunday, 2-0 over the Dirty Birds before heading back here. And the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs swept the Genomes. So that's also an interesting tidbit as well as they got a win from the Blue Crabs, but they did get swept in the doubleheader. So we'll come right back with more Lexington Legends baseball with the Wild Health Genomes here from Lexington's Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky, and we'll be ready for some baseball here shortly. Welcome back. We'll talk about some of those other games over the weekend here in the ALPB. The Lancaster Barn Stormers lost 2 to the Long Island Ducks on Sunday in their doubleheader. The Ducks won 9-5 in Game 1. They won 2-1 in Game 2. Staten Island Fairy Hawks had a rough time with Gastonia's Honey Hunters. They lost both of their games as well in their doubleheader. The Fairy Hawks struggling right now, 2-13 overall. They also lost somebody, I think, high up in their management. So they're having some issues with administration as well. But Gastonia Honey Hunters, they keep rolling. They're 13-1, and they lead the league. They took both games. The first one 4-1, the next one 7-2. The York Revolution dropped 2 to the High Point Rockers, 5-1 and 8-7. And the Legends and the Genomes both just played one game on Sunday. The South Maryland Blue Crabs beat the Genomes 9-7. The Legends blanked the Dirty Birds 2-0. And that brings us to where we are today as we get ready for Lexington Legends baseball here from Wild Health Field. As a matter of fact, York Revolution is playing at Staten Island tonight as well. Long Island's going to be taking on Lancaster. Charleston Dirty Birds make their way to North Carolina to take on the High Point Rockers. And the Genomes here with the Legends as Gastonia and South Maryland play each other, and that's going to be a heck of a series there because both of those teams are playing great baseball. So it's going to be fun to see how everything turns out tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow with the second game of this 6 games homestand for the Legends as they take on the Genomes tomorrow morning and another education day here at Lexington's Wild Health Field, Kentucky Wild Health Field. And so we're getting ready to start this one. Pitching tonight, Daniel Corsino for the Legends will be pitching, and on the other side is Eli Villanueva, and he's not just the starting pitcher, but he's also the pitching coach for the Genomes. And last time he was up there on the mound, he really put on a clinic and showed everybody how it was done. We're getting ready to have the national anthem, so stand by as we bring you the national anthem, and then we'll be ready for some Lexington Legends and some Kentucky Wild Health Genomes baseball live right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Legends manager PJ Phillips down there meeting with Mark Minikazi, manager of the Genomes, and talking to the game officials tonight. Looks like Marvin King's going to be behind the plate. And we'll bring you the starting lineups here. First, for the visiting Genomes, batting first, playing shortstop, number 21, Riley Mahan. Batting second, the third baseman, number 25, Jimmy Paredes. Batting third, the right fielder, number 20, Moises Sierra. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 34, Chris Shaw. Batting fifth, catching, number 16, Carlos Castro. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 9, Luke Becker. Designated hitting tonight is going to be Wellington Dotel, and he's number 15. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 18, Felix Pille. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 2, Demetrius Morer. And pitching, Eli Villanueva, the starting pitcher. Number 31, also the pitching coach for the Genomes. For your Lexington Legends, batting first, playing first base, number 2, Blake Swihart. Batting second, the right fielder, number 27, Phillip Urban. Batting third, left fielder, number 24, Courtney Hawkins. Batting fourth, catching, number 10, Jose Brasino. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 26, Ryan Jackson. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 6, Cesar Cuevas. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 22, Montrell Marshall. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 19, Nate Thompson. And the DH tonight for the Legends is Dom Bethencourt. And starting pitcher will be Daniel Corsino. As we welcome you back here to Wild Health Field, the Lexington Legends, as you see, are making their way out to the positions as they're called by Bill Sally, our public address announcer. The umpires tonight are going to be Marvin King behind home plate. First base umpire is Jason Tice. Second base umpire will be Christopher Wood. And the rest of the Legends make their way out of the dugout, as do the Genomes, as we get ready for the national anthem. So stand by as we let you hear the singing of our national anthem. Excellent job with our national anthem. And now we are ready for baseball as the Lexington Legends have taken the field. And the Genomes are getting ready to come to bat here as Riley Mahan will be the first up to the plate for the Genomes. Riley having an outstanding season so far as he leads the Atlantic League in batting average. Is among the league leaders in home runs as well. I think he's around, he's number 2 in the league in home runs. It just so happens that being the leadoff hitter, he's not leading the lead in RBIs, even though he's up there in the home run category and leading lead in batting average because, well, there's nobody on when he comes up, right? Because he's the leadoff. 82 degrees here for first pitch. And it's an exciting night here. Exciting night as the Lexington Legends host the Genomes, and they are sharing the field. But now they find out whose house is it. Somebody is going to say, this is our house tonight. And somebody else is going to have to come back tomorrow and redeem themselves. Mahan on the season. And 63 plate appearances. He's been walked 9 times. He's got 6 doubles and 6 home runs, though. So he's making good use of his time there. 29 hits and 63 at-bats is pretty strong at any level. As you see the starting pitcher right there for the Legends, Corsino, getting ready to get things going. Make sure you make a trip to the Stash Shop, the gift shop here, if you make it down to Legends Ballpark. Nice crowd here tonight as they continue to file in for this big game. And Riley Mahan steps into the batter's box, batting .460, 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. And we are ready for baseball here. And what a series this is going to be. You'll have 3 games with me on tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then the weekend series, of course, as always, Tom Zilla will bring you that series. The same series I'm bringing you, but he'll bring you the last 3 games of the series. And the first pitch. And the second pitch. And it's going to be 1-1 to Mahan. Happy birthday. We got some birthdays out there tonight, and there's one young man we want to say happy birthday to. As soon as I find out, I think it's Bowen Raymer. Bowen Raymer is here tonight, so happy birthday to Bowen Raymer. Strike 2 on Mahan. And also, we got a special little message here. We want to give a shout out to Jackie Reese. Jackie Reese is here tonight. She's a student at Mapleton Elementary School in Mount Sterling. She's here with Mom and Dad, and they're watching the game from the Community Trust Suite. So hello to them. 1-2 the count. And this will be low, 2-2 on Mahan as he looks at a pitch low. Fouled off the last one. Kentucky Lottery, one of the big sponsors this year, fueling imagination, funding education. And this one swung on and fouled. And looks like it bounced up and may have hit Brasino. And he's trying to get his breath back there as it got him good, I think. People out there on the Pepsi party deck enjoying this beautiful sunshine. What a day to be at the ballpark. Marvin King, the home umpire, dusting off the plate there and making sure Corsino sees where he's throwing as the trainer makes his way out there, and Brasino not feeling good there. And the trainer hustles off. I'm not sure if Brasino asked for something, but trainer hustling over to the dugout. Brasino still on a knee there, so he may be asking for something, maybe something to drink here. You get hit hard with one of those foul balls, especially if you're a catcher or the home plate umpire. It takes the breath out of you, and yeah, that's exactly what he wants. Something to wet his palate there as he takes a drink of that water. And I'm sure he gives the trainer a pat on the back, says, "Hey, man, thanks. I needed that." Manager Phillips walks off, checking in with his catcher, make sure he's good to go. And the ball boy brings out a couple extra baseballs for home plate umpire Marvin King as we're ready to get back to baseball here. Riley Mahan, the batter, first batter of the evening. As the Genomes trying to prove that the field is named Wild Health Field because of them. And swung on and missed by Mahan, but dropped in. He's still going to be thrown out as he makes his way to first. And the first strikeout of the night belongs to Daniel Corsino. That's his 10th strikeout of the year. And that'll bring Jimmy Paredes to the plate here, the third baseman, number 25 for the Genomes. And the players all know each other. They share the field, so it's a Lexington Legends home game, but it's a de facto home game for the Genomes as well. And Corsino looks in. Down the pipe, looked pretty good, but ball one. This one low, ball two. Only the 17th plate appearance so far for Paredes. He's had 3 hits. One of those was a double and one was a home run. This one swung on and fouled. 2-1. And this one fouled, but they may have caught the catcher again. So Brasino having a rough go of it here early. That is no fun getting smacked with those baseballs, I tell you. We had a scare here last week on Wednesday when one of the foul balls hit a student that was out here for splash day, but they turned out to be just fine, and they were more embarrassed than anything, so that's always better than being hurt. Swung on, hit, up the middle, grabbed by the second baseman, thrown out, got him at first. 2 down. Nice job there by Cuevas as he grabs it and throws over to Swihart to get out number 2 of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down so far for the Genomes. Folks, I know you just hear our voices for these games. In photos, I look ugly, but in real life, I'm also ugly. So if you ever get the chance to see me in person, it's okay if you take a breath. I'm kidding. I'm gorgeous. There are some ugly people here at the game, though, but we're glad they're here as well. They're all baseball fans. Right, Keith? That's right. Next pitch in there is 1-1 now, the count. For Moises Sierra, number 20, the right fielder for the Genomes. Sierra batting .313 on the year, 1 home run, 3 RBIs so far. Getting another start here. He's glad to be back in the lineup. He's got a home run. 2-1 the count. Corsino looks in, the windup and delivery. Swung on, fouled, and that's going to be a souvenir. There's one kid just looking at it. You'd think he'd want to jump up and grab that thing, but nobody's around him, so his sister's going to go get it. Look at that. She got a nice souvenir. She holds it up. She gets some claps. There we go. That's a big day. Fired and check swing. Did he go? They say no, sir. He did not go all the way around, so it'll bring the count full at 3-2. Jason Tice, that first base umpire, says he did not go around, so 3-2, 2 outs. And here comes a payoff from Corsino. Fouled off. And this one did not get Corsino, so that's a good thing. Ducks and Barnstormers underway. Dirty Birds and Rockers playing as well. So are the Honey Hunters and Blue Crabs. Fairy Hawks and Revolution. This one hit hard. Right center field going back and playing it off the wall high. And throwing it in is Phillip Urban, as that's going to be a stand-up double for Sierra. So with nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the first, Sierra doubles off the wall. And that brings Chris Shaw to the plate, the first baseman for the Genomes. And he's got a runner in scoring position. Shaw with 6 RBIs on the year, batting .321. 2 home runs. He's got a double of his own to speak of. Orsino looks in. And he fires that in there for a strike. Orsino looks in. 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's outside. One and one the count. 2-1. This is high and a little outside to Shaw. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second. Sierra, as you get a look at him there. Shaw trying to bring him in, and the Genomes looking to strike first blood on the Legends here. Top of the first, 2 outs. And the delivery. Outside, 3-1 now to Shaw. A lot of young kids at the ballpark with their moms and dads tonight. You love to see that. I mean, you could not have asked for better weather. Not blistering hot. Beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, actually one to the left there, but beautiful sunshine. 3-1. This one hit hard. Deep center field. Going back, and he's going to play this off the wall. That's Thompson. He throws it in, and that brings in the first run of the evening. Moises Sierra will score on the stand-up double by Chris Shaw, as that one just about got out of here, and that is at the farthest point here at Legends Field. As you watch this pitch go back, and then he'll have to step away and grab that. That was just inches from making it out of the ballpark. And that's 400 feet plus back there in the deepest part of the ballpark. Tom Zilla did a good job of telling everybody the other day about this ballpark and how the right field side is about 3 feet shorter than the left field sideline there. And the deepest point, just over 400 feet in straightaway center. And Castro taking all the way here is ball 1 down the middle. Looked like a fastball. He forgot to button up his shirt, though. Castro watching the 91-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. Shaw at second. And this one in there for a strike as Corsino lowered that same pitch and put a 91-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. 1-1 to Castro. Castro batting .241, 7 RBIs on the year. In 25 plate appearances, he's got 7 hits, 3 RBIs. Of those 7 hits, 3 have been doubles. So he's prone to getting a 2-bagger himself. As Corsino doesn't like the sign, steps off, grabs the Rawson bag, and steps back in. Yeah, Hughes said he may not like the song being played while he's standing up there on the mound trying to get his pitch off. And that could be. And the delivery. Swung on, hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carlos Castro, the catcher for the Genomes, who also likes to wear the open shirt there. Get a nice breeze. One and two. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. That'll end the inning. 2 strikeouts, but they did get 1 run on 2 hits for the Genomes as the Legends are due up next. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. One run on 2 hits for the Genomes. Corsino, for the Legends, starting pitcher, had 2 strikeouts in the inning, though. And now the Legends will come to bat and try to get that run back for Corsino as Blake Swihart will lead off the inning, the first baseman. Special hello to all of our viewers tonight watching on YouTube Live on the live stream. Swihart will lead it off, followed by Urban and Courtney Hawkins. As Pee Wee is out there getting his dance on, he's got the Genomes outfit on, and Big L is repping the Lexington Legends. Swihart coming up today. Sometimes he's the DH, and today he's playing first base. Batting .243, a couple home runs and 5 RBIs. As he looks at strike 1 from Eli Villanueva. Now, Eli does not waste pitches. He will give you pitches to hit. This one, fastball outside, high. 1-1. Swihart with a couple doubles on the year to go with those 2 home runs. Villanueva looks in, likes his sign, and delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-2. South Division, the Gastonia Honey Hunters are 13-2, followed by the Rockers, then the Dirty Birds, then your Lexington Legends at 8-8, and then the Genomes at 5-11. As Swihart looks at a ball high, 2-2. In that North Division, the South Maryland Blue Crabs at 13-2. Their record's as good as the Honey Hunters, and they're playing tonight. So that'll be interesting to see who comes out on top there, followed by the Ducks, Barnstormers, Revolution, and the Fairy Hawks. Swihart hits this one, a shallow center field, and a nice play there by, looks like that was Riley Mahan, the shortstop, who ran back into center and caught that. As you look at the instant replay here, here's the smack by Swihart, and look at Mahan running backwards, catching it, and making a nice play there. And thank you to Maddie Robinson for that instant replay, as she'll be doing the replays tonight. And stepping up to the plate's Phillip Urban. And this one hit hard, but foul as it will sail, it looks like, over to the right side and take a big bounce. And somebody will get that. Phillip Urban batting .279 on the year. 5 doubles. No home runs, but 6 RBIs. He's been walked 9 times. 1-1 the count. Villanueva looks in. And the delivery. Hit hard, but it's going to be high and playable. And standing underneath it's the center fielder, Demetrius Moore, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And now Courtney Hawkins comes to the plate. Courtney is leading the Atlantic League in home runs with 8 on the year, RBIs with 25. And he's third in batting average with .377. He is a threat at the plate, and he swings and misses on Villanueva's first pitch, strike 1. If he would have got a hold of that, it would still be traveling, I'm afraid. And the windup and delivery. And he looks at strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count to the league leader in home runs. Popped up high into the air. And bouncing right in front of the press box here. And they're looking for the ball down there, and I think he got it. Yep, somebody got it there. I'll give the ball to the kid. As he gets a strike 3 called, runs to first, but they get him. That'll end the inning. 3 up and 3 down for the Legends. And Villanueva has a clean sweep of the inning. So after 1, the Genomes 1, the Legends nothing. We'll be back with more Lexington Legends baseball here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. And after 1 inning of play, the Genomes 1, the Legends nothing. Reminds me of when I played high school baseball. I played 1 year. I played my freshman year, and I think it was Game 7. We played a team called the New Miami Vikings in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it was then I realized that the guy pitching was throwing about 85, 90 miles an hour, and I could hear the ball coming. That was the first time I ever heard the ball come to the plate before I could actually swing the bat, and I decided baseball was probably not for me as a career. And my coach told me that I was his ace. Or no, he said I put the ace in disgrace. That's what it was. That's what it was. So I decided maybe I should be more of an asset in the broadcast booth, and that's what I decided to do. Seems like everyone's so dope, and I'm so nope when it came to baseball. I struck out more than a kid at his first dance. That- oh, is that why? You said that's why he's the official scorer. Hey, well, those who can't teach and those who can't play, I guess, broadcast and do official scoring. But either way, we all love baseball, and that's why we're here. Luke Becker to the plate for the Genomes. And he'll look at ball one. Luke Becker batting sixth in the lineup for the Genomes. Playing second base tonight. Swung on, fouled, 1-1 the count. Becker with 47 plate appearances so far, 13 hits, 2 home runs. He's got a double to go with that. No relation to Boris Becker, the great tennis player from the 80s and 90s, at least that I know of. 2-1 as that one was outside from Corsino. In that first inning, Corsino's average pitch speed on his four-seam and two-seam fastball was about 90 miles an hour. His slider averaged about 81 miles an hour, and that changeup was about 86. This one hit hard and knocked down by the first baseman, and he's not able to get it to first as Blake Swihart did a good job smothering that ball but couldn't get up and throw it to Corsino, who was covering the bag for him. So that might go down as a hit, but I have to look at Hugh Davis and see what he did. As a hit? Yeah, so they're going to call that officially a hit. No error there, as he did a good job just getting to that thing. So runner on first for Wennington Dotel. And a special hello to Wennington's parents who are watching in the Dominican Republic tonight, Andrea and Francisco. As I was able to talk to Wennington just for a minute before the game, and he told me his parents are watching, so I told him I would say hello to them as he swings and misses. 0-1 the count. And make sure I got those names right. Francisco and Andrea, that's right. Wennington batting 182, 1 home run, 5 RBIs on the season. Swung on and missed, strike 2. You don't realize how big these guys are until you see them up close. Wennington looks like a little guy on the screen with a bat, but when you get up close to him, he's pretty darn big. Runner goes, but this one's fouled off by Dotel. And so that'll send Luke Becker back to first base. And 0-2 is the count remaining on Dotel after the foul ball. Felix Paillet is on deck. Paillet, last name is spelled P-I-E like pie. And swing and a miss, so Dotel goes down swinging, and that's the first out of the inning. So Corsino gets his third strikeout of the game. And here comes Felix Paillet. Felix Paillet, the left fielder, name spelled P-I-E. A lot of people call him Felix 3.14, but we just like Paillet. Strike 1 as he looks at that one come in. How fast was that one there? Looked like his two-seamer there. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Know what that one was? 0-1 the count. Ball one. 1-1 as Luke Becker stands at first base for the Genomes. 1 out. Dotel went down on strikes just prior to Felix coming to bat here, the left fielder. Corsino with 3 strikeouts on the game so far tonight. Trying to work on a 4th one here as he looks in for his sign. And here's the windup and delivery. Runner goes, strike, and they get the runner down there at second. Nice throw by Brasino as Becker takes off. Looks like they had a hit and run set up, but a swing and a miss by PA. Brasino throws it down there, and they nail Becker for the second out of the inning. And the count's 1-2 now, so nobody on, 2 outs for Corsino. And here's the delivery. And that'll be high, ball 2, 2-2. So far, both teams playing each other pretty tight. Genomes did get 1 run in the first off 2 hits. 3 hits on the game. Becker singled this inning, but was just thrown out as you watched. And this one hit hard to center field. Going back is Thompson, and he's going to play this one on 1 bounce off the wall, and it'll be a stand-up double for PA. And Demetrius Moorer will come to the plate. So PA happy with that. And Moorer comes to the plate, and he's got the lead league in triples this year with 2. He's got a double of his own and no home runs, but he does have an RBI, and he scored a few runs. Batting 340, looks like 234, but on base percentage 345. Steps in as Corsino looks in. Corsino, give him the sign. Corsino says no. He says nope. Corsino keeps giving him the same sign, and Corsino keeps looking at it without shaking his head one way or the other. They're going to try to figure this out as PA's at second. And the first pitch to Moorer. And that's fired in there. Low, ball 1. And the delivery. And that one inside for ball 2. 2-0. Corsino's got a nice drop ball. That slider of his has got a nice little drop to it. It's almost like my hopes and dreams. It drops completely out. As you heard our concession stand lady get on her moped and take off for the evening. And this one swung on and fouled back. 2-1 the count now. To Moorer. 1 on, 2 outs. Ashley Grigsby just got back from Formula One in Miami. You heard her take off for the evening. So this one outside. 3-1 the count, 2 outs. Ashley, how's the weather down there? About the same as it is here, right? 82 degrees, sunny, beautiful. Did you make it to the beach? Nope, just looked at it from afar, huh? South Beach, yeah. 3-1 the count to Moore, 2 outs. PA at second. Here's the windup and delivery. Swung on hit. High, deep to left field, but going back and making the catch is Courtney Hawkins. That's the end of the inning, folks. No runs, 2 hits for the Genomes, and the Legends are coming up at the bottom of the second. It's the Genomes 1, the Legends nothing. This is the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Well, when you're in the military, the two letters and three numbers you seem to love the most are DD 214 because that represents your discharge papers and your service is done, and it's always nice to get that thing. But I tell you, as a guy that served in the military for 24 years, I was very proud of my service and glad I had the opportunity to serve my country, and I certainly learned a lot, and I saw the world for free. And I'm up here in the press box with a few other veterans, Keith Hardiman, and our technical director back there as well. So very proud of that. And stepping in the box and looking at strike one here is Jose Briceño, the catcher. Briceño, 246 on the year, batting average, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, and also has the distinction of some of the most beautiful hair locks in Atlantic League Baseball. As you take a look at him there. Kind of jealous myself. Fouls this one off, 0-2 the count. Bottom of the second here. Legends hoping to get on the board. Hey, kids, remember, your life will never fall apart if you never have it together. Keep that in mind tonight as you study for your finals. Briceño hits this one hard to the shortstop. He's going to run up, grab it, throws it to first, and gets him out. Good play there by Mahan. He's made a couple good plays here tonight. He charged that one and got it over to Chris Shaw for the out, and then he did a good job last inning running backwards, catching a ball in shallow center field. So Mahan proving he can do it with a bat and a glove. And you got to wonder, Keith, a guy like that, playing that kind of baseball that we've seen so far early this year, you wonder why he's still not getting a call somewhere else. You know, I don't think he'll be here long if he keeps up what he's doing now. Good luck at Eli Villanueva, the pitching coach for the Genomes, also the starter tonight. Bottom of the second. And ball one here as Ryan Jackson, the shortstop, steps in for the Legends. And he'll look at strike one as well. 1-1 the count. Have you seen those new batting cages in North Lexington? D-batting. Have you been out there? I went in there. That place is unbelievable. Those are the most, as he looks at ball two there, those are the most technologically sound batting cages I've ever seen. You can punch in the speed you want and then get in there, the number of pitches you want, the time that you want between pitches even. So I went in there and strike two on Jackson. I went in there and, showed off a little bit for some of the Lexington Legends players. I don't know if anybody was there that was a Legends player, but I'm sure the word probably got back to him. As this one is inside, and now the count goes full to Jackson. If I said your son's name wrong, Miss Jackson, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. You didn't like that one, Ashley? Ashley shakes her head no. Terrible. And this one fouled off. Count remains full to Ryan Jackson. Now, is that Ryan Jackson or Ryan Jackson? Looks like Ryan. There is a Ryan here, isn't there? One of the teams. As our Usher Pro, Steve, steps into the press box, taking a look around, making sure we're all doing our jobs. And Jackson takes ball 4. And the Legends have their first base runner of the night. Chris Shaw goes over and says hi to Jackson, gives him a little smack with the glove. Ben Revere, the first base coach there for the Legends. Ben Revere had a nice career. Played for the Phillies. Took a high fastball to the face, though, and almost destroyed his career. He was able to get back on the field and blessed to do it. One of my all-time favorite players and certainly my favorite coming out of this area. And the song went a little long there, so the umpire wanted to make sure we had it ready to go. As you see one of the former Bad News Bears original players right there in the stands. Not sure which one he was. Could have been the left fielder, I think. And the first pitch to Cuevas. Strike one. Second baseman Cuevas. 267 average this year. 1 home run, 13 RBIs. 0-1 the count. Villanueva looking in. 1-1. Jackson down at first base. Villanueva holding him on as he looks over occasionally. And you would think Jackson's got some jets, though, Keith. He looks like he can move. As this one goes for strike two. 1-2 the count now. Good lead for Jackson over there on first. Villanueva peering over his shoulder, now fires. And struck him out. So Cuevas goes down on strikes, and that's the second out of the inning. So Montrell Marshall will come to the plate, the third baseman. Marshall having a good season so far as well at the plate. Marshall steps in. He's batting .232, a home run, 8 RBIs. And this one's going to be high, ball one. What kind of speed do we see on that one, Keith? 90-mile-an-hour fastball there, a little high. Well, you can hear the pop of the glove up here when it's a fastball. You know when it's a fastball and when it's not. 1-0 the count to Marshall. Marshall's favorite rapper is Eminem, and not just because of his initials being Eminem, but because of the candy. Do you think Marshall's an Eminem guy, Ashley, or a Skittles guy? Yeah, Eminem, right? Montrell Marshall Mathers. This is all speculation. He might be diabetic and doesn't like sugar. We don't know. And this one hit hard, deep left field. And running over and making the catch at ending the inning, though, is going to be Felix PA. But Marshall gave that one a little bit of a ride, almost got it in the gap for a hit. But the Legends go down, no runs, 1 hit. And after 2, the Genomes won, the Legends nothing. We'll be back with more Lexington Legends baseball right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Welcome back to Lexington Legends Baseball right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network and live streaming on YouTube. Riley Mahan steps up to the plate for his second appearance here. Top of the third, Genomes 1, Legends nothing. Legends still no hits on the night. As Villanueva, the pitching coach, is putting on a clinic on how to pitch a ball game, at least through two for the Genomes. Mahan struck out his first at bat. He leads the league in batting average, though. He hits this one hard down the first base side. It goes foul, and the count's 1-1. We were just talking about him last inning, and guy batting .460 and has got a glove like he does out there in the field, making great defensive plays. You can't think he's going to stay on the Genomes forever. Might get the call up. 6 home runs on the year, 17 RBIs, excuse me. And strike two. 1-2 the count. He's the leadoff batter here in the top of the third for the Genomes. Also the leadoff hitter in the order. And he fouls this one off as well, 1-2. It is Hot Dog Tuesday at the ballpark. If you come down to Lexington Legends ball field tonight, it is free hot dog night. Did I say 25-cent hot dog? No, I said free hot dog night. Have as many hot dogs as you can handle. I think by midsummer, Keith, the word's going to get out. And I think there's going to be a lot of people out here swallowing hot dogs. As many as they can fit. 2-2 as he hits the pitch here from Corsino. And it's going to be caught. As coming in there is Courtney Hawkins making the catch. So a very rare 0-2 night. Well, no, that bounced in for a hit. Yeah, let me see here. I didn't see it because of the angle there. Yeah, the camera lost sight of that sucker. So I apologize, and Mahan 1 for 2, so he gets on base with a bouncer in left field. And in steps Jimmy Paredes. He grounded out his first time at bat. Ball one outside as Mahan's at first. Top of the third inning. 1-0 lead here for the Genomes on 5 hits so far. Legends have yet to get a hit. They have had a base runner. Mahan with a little bit of a lead here. Corsino looks in. Brasinho gives a sign. And he fires. Ball 2. Two and 0 the count. Paredes hits this one hard. Goes foul. And it bounces into the jumpy over there on the far left. Several kids over there, though, having fun. Playing on the jumpies there. And now they get a free souvenir to take home. 2-1 the count to Paredes, the third baseman for the Genomes. And the delivery from Corsino. This one hit hard, deep right field, and it is out of here. A 2-run home run from Paredes, and that makes it a 3-0 Genomes lead here in the top of the third. And that ball got out of here like bears were chasing it. I mean, he hit that, and it was a rocket. As we take a look at the replay here. Here's a replay, and you can see that that thing just takes off, and it was no time before it was out of here. And the Genomes lead 3-0. And up to the plate is Moises Sierra. He had to double his first time up. Paredes hit a 83-mile-an-hour changeup, and it went 395 feet out of here. And here's Corsino's pitch. And it's going to be 2-0 now to Sierra. And finally, strike one. So 2-1 the count now. Corsino looks in, winds, and delivers. And this one hit hard to left center. And trying to make the catch, diving, and unable to come up with it is Thompson as Hawkins grabs it, now throws it into Jackson. And it's going to be a double for Sierra. Take a look at the replay here. And nice shot by Sierra to center field. And I said Hawkins threw it in, but it was actually Thompson got back to his feet, grabbed it, and threw it into Jackson. And that's two doubles on the evening so far for Moises Sierra, so a second double. So he's 2 for 2 with two doubles. And now Chris Shaw, who also doubled, steps in. And he's got a runner on second here, and a 3-0 lead for the Genomes in the top of the third. Strike one. Correction, strike two. So 0-1 the count. And this one hit hard and foul, 0-2. One on, no outs. Top of the third, Genomes 3, Legends nothing. The first of many games to come between these two teams that share the field here, Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky, as the Legends, this has been home for them for 22 years now, and this is the inaugural season for the Genomes. But baseball is in their DNA, Ashley, so you got to think that they're going to make some memories of their own here. And tonight they're trying to get bragging rights on exactly whose house this is. The first of 6 games to be played here over the next 6 days between the two teams. 1-2 the count. And he fires in, and Chris Shaw goes down looking. Strike three called. Had some words for Marvin King, though, as he walks off. And that's the first out of the inning. So Corsino gets the strikeout. That's 4 strikeouts for Corsino tonight as Castro steps in. He also struck out his first time at bat tonight. And he swings and misses. He went down swinging his first time at the plate. Oh, and 1 the count. As you get a look at Sierra there at second base. He doubled. That's how he got there. And this one's going to be high. 1-1 the count. Becker's on deck. He singled his last trip. Castro batting .237. No home runs on the season, but does have 7 RBIs. He looks in at 1-1 on the count. Corsino delivers. And up and tight. 2-1. be a beautiful night. Two and one. This one popped up into the air and moving over and making the catch is Cuevas, and that's a second out. So Castro pops out. And Luke Becker will step up to the plate. Luke's batting .292 this year with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. You might say that Luke's not a great player, but he will Becker to differ. How'd you like that one, Ashley? No, she didn't. She rolls her eyes, and I go back to the game. All right. First pitch from Corsino to Becker here on his second appearance is a strike. Becker watches that one go by for strike one. Becker singled off of Corsino earlier in the second inning. Sierra out there at second base. Sean Castro couldn't get him in. Becker's trying to do it now as he fouls this one off, and the count goes to 0-2. Some of the suites have filled out since we were talking in the first inning here, so a lot of the people have started to fill in their suites tonight. They decided it was a good night to come out here and watch baseball live and grab some free hot dogs. Free hot dogs. I just like the sound of that. Corsino looks in, 0-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the third, Genomes up 3-0, and ball one. Becker with 1-2 count. He's got an OPS of .711 on the season. That speaks to a very cautious batter who gets on base. And the runner goes. No, they're going to pick him off down there, and they got him. As Sierra had a huge lead, it looked like he was going to take off for third, decided against it, went back to second, and got picked off by Brasino. Great throw by Brasino to get him, and he's stunned as he sits there. What a job by Brasino to pick him off. So that ends the top of the third. It's still Genomes 3, Legends nothing, right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. We'll be back at the bottom of the third, see if the Legends can get on the board right after this. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. The Genomes lead the Legends in their very first meeting in their history, 3-0. But the Legends are coming to the plate here in the bottom of the third, hoping to score some runs and make a game of this. First pitch to Nate Thompson, the center fielder, is fouled off. He's batting right at 100 with a home run and 2 RBIs. The center fielder, 20 at-bats so far this year. He's played in about half the game so far. He does have a home run. Bottom of the third. And Nate will lead things off here. 1-1. As Eli Villanueva, the starting pitcher for the Genomes and the pitching coach for the Genomes, fires that one in there, and it's 2-1. And the windup of delivery from Villanueva, and he'll look at strike 2, and now 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch. That'll be low, 3-2. Hugh Davis, our official scorer, spotted some fans eating some ice cream and said that looks good, and he is right. They got some chocolate ice cream there, and oh, looks like it's a little Genomes helmet. All right, I'm going to have to go down there and get one of those. And he's going to be walked, so the Legends get a leadoff batter on. And they've got a base runner here. And here comes Dom Bethencourt to the plate. He's batting .214, a home run and 3 RBIs. You know, Ashley, we have a saying in my house, Dad may be ugly, but at least he's still trying. Bethencourt steps in. Runner on first. And here's the first pitch from Villanueva, low, ball 1. 3-0 lead for the Genomes. Bottom of the third, nobody out. As this one's hit hard, and it's a base hit, and the Legends have their first base hit of the night. As Bethencourt gets on first with a single, the designated hitter tonight. And now the Legends may have something going with 2 runners on, nobody out. And here comes Blake Swihart, the leadoff man, to the plate. Villanueva looks in. Nobody out, 2 on for the Legends. He fires it. Ball 1. Swihart, the leadoff batter, batting .237 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs on the season. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and miss. Strike 1. 92-mile-an-hour pitch there from Villanueva. And strike 2. Swihart did not like that call. Two runners on for the Legends. Thompson at second, Bethencourt at, Thompson at first, Bethencourt at second. And this one hit hard. Deep center field, running back and making the catch is Moorer, and he'll throw it in, but they will get a runner to third there as Nate Thompson, I had those guys backwards, Nate Thompson will make his way to third as Bethencourt will stay at first. So now runners on the corner as Phillip Urban steps up to the plate. The right fielder for the Legends, batting .274, no home runs, 6 RBIs. And Villanueva looks in. One out here, bottom of the third. Legends trailing 3-0, but trying to get on here. As the first pitch to Urban is swung on and fouled off for strike one. Well, that shade is going to be, that shade's awful nice. About 90% of the stands now in the shade as the sun is starting to set. About 7:45 here at the ballpark, Wild Health Field. 7:45 is the local time, Eastern Standard. 0-1 the count to Urban. Villanueva's pitch. Just a bit outside, ball one. They have a new item here at Wild Health Field called the Walking Taco. Have you guys seen this thing? It is gigantic. You get a batting helmet filled with tacos. And there's the steal attempt, and he is in there, safe. Dom Bethencourt steals second. And now we go from runners on the corner to runners at second and third. One out. And Urban, with a swing of the bat there, could tie this thing up and get both those guys in here. Urban batting .274. Villanueva with 2 strikeouts tonight. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be high and outside. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Villanueva up until this point had not allowed more than one runner on in any given evening, or any given inning, I should say, not evening, but inning. But the Legends threatening to score now with 2 on. Oh, he went around, strike 2. So that makes it count full 3-2, 1 out. Timeout called, though, by the catcher, Castro. Marvin King goes out with him. Make sure everything's on the up and up. He wants to either figure out the signs or figure out what they're going to do on this next pitch. Full count on Urban. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Bottom of the third, Legends trail 3-0 here at Wild Health Field. The inaugural meeting between the Legends and the Genomes. Urban swings and fouls this one back. You look around the ballpark, there's about 75% Legends fans colors out there, and I see about a quarter Genomes colors out there. So people trying to give the Genomes a little support in their first year as a baseball team. Villanueva didn't like the sign from Castro. Now he gets this sign he likes, and here's the payoff to Urban. And that's going to be high, and Urban gets the walk. So now bases loaded at a perfect time as the home run leader for the Atlantic League steps in, Courtney Hawkins. And Courtney can give the Legends a lead with one swing of the bat. The home run leader, Courtney's got 8 home runs on the year. That's 2 more than anybody else in the league. He also leads the league in RBIs. And he could add to his total right here. He's got 5 more RBIs than the next best player in that category, and that's Franco from York. First pitch is a strike. He thought about it, but held back on the swing. 0-1 the count. Bases loaded, 1 out for Courtney Hawkins, the left fielder. And he watches as this one is just a bit outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Slight breeze here. Breeze is coming from the east almost, it looks like. East to west as the flags are blowing towards left field. 1-1 the count to Courtney Hawkins. Hit hard. Center field. Sliding over is Demetrius Moorer, and he makes the catch. Nobody tagged up. Nobody scored. Bases loaded, 2 outs. As Jose Brasino will come in and try to do what Courtney Hawkins couldn't do, and that's get a Legends runner to cross the plate. Legends so far being shut out with a 1-hit performance from Villanueva, the pitcher for the Genomes. But the bases are loaded and the Legends are threatening to get on the board here, but can they do it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd? Villanueva looks in. Brasino says, hold up. Thought he took too much time. Maybe he did. And Brasino wants to reset, and he does. Here's the pitch. The 4-seam fastball, a little low there. Ball 1. Brasino batting .241, 3 home runs and 14 RBIs, so he can certainly bring those runners in. He's got 4 doubles on the season to go with 3 home runs. Here's the pitch. And he was looking the whole way. And that time looked at a strike. Counts 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 to the Legends catcher, Jose Brasino. Also, with the best-looking hair in the business is Brasino. He swings hard and misses this one, strike 2. But, boy, I tell you what, that was a good cut right there. If he gets a hold of that thing, that would do the trick to bring in some runs. 1-2 the count. Beautiful evening to watch baseball here. Villanueva looks in on the 1-2 and the delivery. It's low, 2-2. Ball gets away from the catcher, but he keeps it within arm's reach. Runners can't go and don't. So the count's even, 2-2 to Brasino. Bases loaded for the Lexington Legends, but can they score and bring in some of those runners? We're going to find out right here. Villanueva steps up. 3.57 ERA this year so far for Villanueva. Brasino, a good batter, good on-base percentage. And the 2-2. Hit hard, and that's a base hit, and that'll bring in the runner. So the Legends are going to get on the board, and 1 run will score, so at least they're not going to get the shutout here as the Legends get their first run of the evening. So Brasino does his job and brings in Nate Thompson, the center fielder, to score, and that makes it a 3-1 game. And here's the center fielder, Nate Thompson. That looks like Ryan Jackson. Is that Ryan Jackson? I thought he said Nate Thompson. Yeah, that's Jackson, the shortstop. Bases loaded for Jackson. And he looks at strike 1. He's batting .120 on the year. Not many appearances for Jackson. He's only had 25 at bats. 3 hits, 1 RBI. He'd like to bolster those numbers a little bit, and he's got the opportunity here to do it as he looks at ball one. My coach used to say the best thing about freshmen, Keith, is they become sophomores. Jackson just needs a few more at-bats to bolster those numbers, and that's what he's hoping to do here as Villanueva looks in on the 1-1. One run is scored, bases loaded for the shortstop. The pitch, low, 2-1. Used to be Applebee's Field the first 10 years it was here. Then it was Whitaker Bank Ballpark the next 10 years. Then it became Legends Field, and now it's Wild Health Field. Two and one the count to Jackson. Low, ball three, 3-1. Legends trail 3-1, bases loaded. There's a good shot at Ben Revere, the former major leaguer. Ben at one time was considered one of the 100 best players in baseball actively back in the mid-2000, I want to say 9 or 10 era. And here's the pitch from Villanueva, the 3-1. And he's going to walk in a run here, folks. The pitching coach for the Genomes walks in the second run of the game for the Legends. That just goes to show you, just because you're a coach doesn't mean you're perfect. And Cesar Cuevas will come to the plate. And the Legends have put 2 runs on here in the bottom of the third. Cuevas can tie the game up with a swing of the bat here and possibly give the Legends the lead as timeout called by the Genomes as the manager heads out to the pitching mound. He wants to talk about it. We'll take a quick break with him. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Welcome back to Lexington Legends Radio Network and the Lexington Legends live streaming here on the YouTube channel. Bases loaded for Cesar Cuevas. The Legends put 2 runs on in the bottom of the third here so far, and with 2 outs, Cuevas hoping to add to that total. He hits the first pitch hard, and it goes foul for strike 1. Villanueva with 3 walks this evening. Or excuse me, this inning. I keep saying evening for inning for some reason, Keith. I picked a bad day to give up amphetamines, didn't I? So anyway, 4 walks on the evening, and 3 of those have been in this inning. 0-1 to Cuevas. Oh, he hits this one hard to left center, going back and making a great catch on the run is Felix Pille. But boy, I tell you what, Cuevas gave that thing a really good ride. So at the end of 3, the Genomes 3, the Legends 2. We'll be right back with the Genomes at the top of the 4th. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Well, folks, you're looking at the coolest fan of the game as he got a free pair of sunglasses, courtesy of the Lexington Legends tonight, as Cowboy Adam found him out there and named him the coolest fan in the building. So look at that. Showed up to the game and go home with a free pair of sunglasses and hanging out with Dad, bouncing to the music. And it is a absolutely gorgeous night for baseball. 8 p.m. here at the Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. May 10th, 2022. And the Genomes playing their very first game against the Lexington Legends, and they share the field here. But tonight is for bragging rights. And whoever wins tonight will have to defend their title tomorrow and the next 4 nights after that, as these guys are going to play 6 games in 6 days. The Legends right now, 4th in the South Atlantic Division. Genomes are 5th. So the Legends can either move up the rankings or fall, depending on how the Genomes play them. The Genomes have set the pace here tonight as they lead 3-2 as we start the top of the 4th. And stepping up to bat for the Genomes is Luke Becker. And we're ready for live action. Corsino looks in and fires. Strike 1. A 3-2 lead for the Genomes. Legends put 2 on 2 hits last inning to make this a game, and Becker swings and strike 2. A lot of fun being had tonight at the ballpark as Big L's making his rounds and saying hi to everybody. And this one hit hard, deep left field, and gone. As Becker hits that ball 390 feet for a home run off of Corsino. And he rounds the bases. And now it's a 4-2 Genomes lead here. And he hit that ball a ton, folks. And you look at the replay here. 2 home runs coming into that at bat. And now 3 for Becker. Batting just under 300 this year as the lefty took it opposite field. And here's Wellington Dotel. He struck out his last at bat. He's got a home run. Dotel's parents in the Dominican Republic watching tonight as he fouls this one off as well. Francisco and Andrea, I should say. 0-2 to Dotel. And the delivery from Corsino. And he fouls this one off. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight fouls from Dotel. Becker just homered off Corsino, his 3rd home run of the year. And he looks at strike 3. And that's a 2nd strikeout of the night for Dotel. This one was looking, though. Last time he went down swinging. And that's 5 strikeouts on the night for Corsino. And Felix P.A. will come up to the plate. P.A., the left fielder, made a nice play out there to end last inning. And first pitch looking, strike 1 to P.A. P.A. batting .212, no home runs on the year. He's got a hit tonight, hits this one, center field. Going back, missing the ball, and over the field for a ground rule double is P.A. And Nate Thompson ran into the center field wall awful hard. And if you're going to run into any place on the center field wall, it's going to be the Dreamy Nights Ahead sleep sign. As you look at that replay there, you saw he ran right into the sign that says, "Dreamy nights ahead, sleep in." And now they're going to call a timeout, and the trainer's going to have to go out there and check in on him. We hope he's okay. Sleep In, Hamburg Pavilion, an official sponsor of Lexington Legends and Wild Genomes Baseball. As you see their sign out there, that's where Nate Thompson ran into it. Kind of ironic he ran into a side and said, "Dreamy nights ahead." Of course, we make light of that, but you know what? We certainly don't wish him to be hurt in any way or fashion as he gets back on his feet there, and I'm glad to see that. He's walking it off. It was a good effort. And you can hear the crowd now giving him a hand. So a stand-up double, though, for PA. PA batting .226. So that'll improve his average. And Demetrius Moore will be next up to the plate here. As they're taking a few extra minutes here as the trainer and the manager make it back to the dugout. Get a view of a couple fans there enjoying the game, and it looks like he's got his new Genomes hat on. He stopped by the stash shop tonight and got his official Genomes baseball hat. Having a nice cold beer, a hot dog, sitting behind the Genomes dugout. Demetrius Moore comes to plate, the center fielder. PA out at second base after the ground rule double. And here's the pitch from Corsino. And that's in there for strike one. Moore batting .229 on the year, no home runs, 0 for 1 tonight. Corsino looks in. Brasino gives him the sign. And strike two. Moore can't believe it. Well, believe it for me. That was a strike. You'll see the replay tonight and agree. And if you don't, well, it's like I always say to my wife when we argue. I understand your frustration, and I support your anger, honey. You like that one, Ashley? No, she didn't like that one either. I'm just getting chopped over here tonight. And the 0-2 to Moore, and this one's in the dirt, 1-2. I know, I'm being good tonight. Maybe that's the problem, Hugh. Maybe I'm just being too sweet tonight. Maybe I need to sharpen my edges. Ashley's looking at me like she's seen better heads on pimples. Here's the 1-2 from Corsino. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And that's the 6th strikeout of the night for Corsino. And Moore, not his best at bat. He was unhappy for the first 2 strikes, and maybe you can blame him, maybe not, but either way, that set the tone as he went down swinging at least. All of these guys better ball players than I'll ever be, so it's all I can do to sit up here and tell you about it. And Riley Mahan, the batting average king right now in the Atlantic League steps up to the plate, batting just under 500 at 482 on the year, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, and he helped an old lady across the street yesterday, and I guess we're really proud of that as well. Is that nice, Ashley? See, that is nice. Now, Ashley agrees with me on that one. And here's the pitch on the 1-0, ball 2. Daniel Corsino, a 5.85 ERA, 6 strikeouts tonight. Giving up 4 runs on 9 hits so far. We're in the top of the 4th with 2 outs and a runner at second. And strike 1 called on Mahan. He knows it. He's got a thing where he steps out and restraps his batting gloves, much like the former Cincinnati Reds Sean Casey used to do. After every single pitch, he would step out and readjust his batting gloves. It drove pitchers nuts. 2-1. Here's Corsino delivering. And inside, 3-1. Casey would step out and readjust those gloves and then touch his shirt in a couple places and eventually started doing it faster because he knew the pitchers didn't like it. And well, the mayor was just a nice guy and didn't want to upset anybody. Had a good career, though. 4-2 Genomes lead here, top of the 4th. 3-1 to Mahan. Strike 2. And the count goes full here. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner at second. And a 4-2 lead for the Genomes as you get a good shot of Felix P.A. there, who had the ground rule double just a moment ago. Corsino looks in, and here's the payoff. And he walked him. And that'll bring Paredes up, and he home runned his last trip to the plate off of Corsino, and Brasinho wants to go out and talk to Corsino about that, as now there's 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 4th. And the 2 trips to the plate, Paredes is grounded out and homered. 222 batting average on the year, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. One of each of those coming. In his last trip here. Tomorrow is an education day here at the ballpark as the Genomes and the Legends play, and it's one of the few remaining education days left, as most schools around the state will have their last week of school at the end of this month. And that game will be a 10 o'clock first pitch, 10:05. You can watch it live here on the YouTube channel, but we want you to come out to the game. Good pitch there. Swung on and missed, strike 1. $90-mile-an-hour pitch there, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count on Paredes. As he hits this one, it's going to be high, sailing down the right field line, the left field line, third base line, and out of bounds. Off the field of play, so 0-2 the count. That first pitch, a 90-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. That pitch there fouled off, and Corsino ahead of the count here, 0-2. 2 pitches and 2 swings so far for Paredes. And here's the 0-2 from Corsino. Way outside, ball 1. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 count now. Top of the 4th. Genomes with a 4-2 lead on the Lexington Legends in their inaugural meeting here at Wild Health Field. Bragging rights on the line here tonight, folks. It is hot dog night. Free hot dogs. And swung on and struck him out, and that'll end the top of the fourth. The Genomes get a run, though, and we'll come back for the bottom of the fourth. This is Lexington Legends Baseball right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth here. The Legends trail 4-2 on the Lexington Legends Radio Network and the live YouTube stream on the Lexington Legends channel. And here comes Montrell Marshall stepping up to the plate for the Legends. Fastball, strike one. Third baseman batting. 228 this year, a home run, 8 RBIs. This one in there, ball one, 1-1 to Marshall. Villanueva still out there on the mound. And this one hit hard but foul by Marshall. Villanueva with 2 strikeouts tonight, pitched 3 innings. Has given up 2 runs on 2 hits. There's Pee Wee talking to a young fan. Oh, no. Big L and Pee Wee going at it. My goodness. This rivalry's getting intense out there, folks. As Marshall goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And now Nate Thompson comes to the plate here for the Legends. Thompson, the center fielder. Going to try and get things going here in the bottom of the fourth. Legends trail by 2. A home run and a couple RBIs for Thompson. He's only had 21 plate appearances so far this year, so we don't have a big database to pull from on him just yet, as he hits a chopper back to the pitcher, and Villanueva will underhand it and toss it to the first baseman, and that's out number 2 as Chris Shaw grabs it and throws the 2 out to the outfield. And 2 down here, bottom of the fourth, as the Legends trail by 2, and Bethencourt comes to the plate. Dom Bethencourt batting .233 with a home run and 3 RBIs. And here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike one. Oh, 1. And this one really high for ball 1. So far tonight, Bethencourt in a couple plate appearances has gotten on base, had a hit, a walk. Batting .233. 2-1 to count, 2 outs. And strike 2. Good cut from Bethencourt, but comes up empty. 2-2 the count. Ashley, can you think of anybody else named Dom? One? Hugh says he can think of one. Only one I can think of is from Fast and the Furious. Wasn't that the lead character's name? Dom? Now, I know some Dominics. I only think of one Dom. 2-2 the count. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Legends trail by 2 to the Genomes. As this one's hit hard by Bethencourt. Center field, but caught, and that'll end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. As we head to the 5th, the Genomes 4, the Legends 2. We'll be back on the Lexington Legends Radio Network right after this. Top of the 5th, Genomes with a 4-2 lead on the Legends in their first matchup of the season. The first of 6 here at Wild Health Field. As Corsino throws strike 1. On Moises Sierra, the only other Moises coming out of the baseball world I can think of, Moises Alou, as he chops it over to third base, and he's thrown out at first. Good play there by the third baseman, Montrell Marshall. Was that Marshall or Jackson that threw that? Marshall. Yeah, he gave a shot at Jackson there. Marshall throws it over and gets him out, so Chris Shaw comes to the plate. Chris Shaw, 328 average this year, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs as he plays Def Leppard for his walk-up music, the old 80s band. And he fouls that one off, 0-1. So Ashley had a good one. Ashley, we said, what other Doms do you know? I said, Dom from Fast and Furious. Ashley came up with Dom Perignon. Very good. Well done. Hugh Davis had Dom DiMaggio, Joe's brother. And the 1-1 pitch is going to be low, 2-1. And Dominique Hawkins, the Richmond, Kentucky product, played for Kentucky Wildcats, the basketball player. I don't think he went by Dom, though. Yeah. 2-1 to Shaw. And he hits this one hard, foul down the first base side for strike 2. Shaw 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI. On the 2-2, he looks, and the count goes full 3-2. Shaw struck out once. He got on base once. And the payoff. Struck him out looking. Shaw can't believe it. And for the second time tonight, he's got something to say to Marvin King as he walks off and he goes down on strikes looking. As the Legends throw it around the horn. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th on Hot Dog Night. Brought to you by Friends of Coal. Friends of Coal, our official sponsor tonight for Hot Dog Night. And that means you get free hot dogs as much as you can eat all night long. It won't be as happy of a Wednesday as you'd want, but at least you didn't have to pay for dinner on Tuesday. And strike 1 as this one's fouled out of play from Castro. Castro 0 for 2 tonight with 1 strike on him here at this third at bat. This plate appearance for him. Three RBIs on the season. He's got 3 doubles. 1-1. Yeah, Big L's down there on the first base side with Maddie, it looks like. There's Pee Wee talking to a young fan over there by the walking taco sign. And this one fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Castro. Carlos Castro. 1-2, 2 outs, and a 4-2 Genomes lead here. The first of 6 games between these two teams over the next 6 days. Brasino gave the sign. Corsino didn't like it. They both shake off each other. Castro steps out, steps back in, and here comes the pitch. 2-2. Corsino now 8 strikeouts on the night. He's given up 4 runs, but he struck out 8, so it's feast or famine. Legends need some more runs to support him. And this one swung on and missed for strike three, and they toss it down to first to be doubly safe on that one. And that'll end the inning. After 5, it's the Genomes 4 and the Legends 2 right here on the Lexington Legends Radio Network and the Lexington Legends live stream on their YouTube channel. We'll be back with more baseball right after this. Welcome back to Legends Baseball, bottom of the 5th. Blake Swihart comes to the plate. Leadoff batter, not just here in the 5th, but leadoff batter for the Legends. Batting .231, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs on the season. 0 for 2 tonight. And he looks at ball 1. Looks like there's some emergency services here. You get a shot of the bar room there, the tap room. Behind there, you can see the lights out in front of the stadium. 1-1 to count. And this one low, ball 2. 2-1 to Swihart. Villanueva still on the mound. Swihart hits this one down to the first base side and picked up by the first baseman. Thrown over to Villanueva, who touches the bag before Swihart, and there's out number 1. So good play there by Chris Shaw, the first baseman, as Villanueva covers the bag and Shaw throws it to him. Phillip Urban comes up to the plate. Urban batting .275 on the year, no home runs, 6 RBIs. This first pitch is a ball low. Bottom of the 5th, Legends trailing 4-2 here at home. Swung and missed. 1-1 the count now. Urban 0 for 1 tonight. No hits tonight yet. This one low, 2-1. Urban did have a walk earlier. 2-1 the count, one out here, bottom of the fifth. Phillip Urban the batter. Pitch from Villanueva, swung, missed, strike two. 2-2 the count. Urban with 63 at-bats this year so far, 17 hits to speak of. 5 of those were doubles, so does show power sometimes. And fouls this one off from Villanueva, and the count stays steady at 2-2. Beautiful night for baseball. And the foul ball is right over here close to where we are at. The 2-2. Swung on a miss, strike three. And Urban goes down, and that's the second out of the evening here in the bottom of the fifth. And the young lady will get a souvenir. Oh, I couldn't resist it. That ball was so close. I almost had a souvenir of my own. Courtney Hawkins comes to the plate, the home run champ right now in the standings with 8 home runs. And they would love for him to do something here at Legends Field or Wild Health Field as he fouls this one back. 1-1 the count. Eight home runs, 25 RBIs for the big man. He's batting .385. He leads the league in most offensive categories, including death stares at the pitcher. 1-2. Official attendance here tonight, 1,893. A lot of hot dogs. That's hovering around 4,000 or 5,000 hot dogs on the bellies of people here in the building. The 1-2. Hawkins swings, and he strikes out. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the fifth. Well, close the books on 5 innings. It's the Genomes 4, the Legends 2 after 5. And we'll be back with more Lexington Legends baseball right here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Well, close the book of Corsino. 8 strikeouts tonight. Gave up 4 runs on 9 hits, and after 5 innings, Henry Owens will take the mound for the Legends. Owens, 6'6", 220-pounder. .86 ERA. He's appeared in 6 games so far and pitched 7 innings. He's given up 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked 5, struck out 6. And the first batter he's going to face for the Genomes is Luke Becker. Top of the 6th inning, Genomes with a 4-2 lead on the Legends, and Owens' first pitch goes in close, inside, ball 1. One and 0 to Becker. Becker 2 for 2 tonight. Scored a run. Batting .306. 3 home runs on the season. 7 RBIs. 2-0 the count. Three 0. Becker will be looking the whole way here on a 3-0. Owens delivers. And he walked him. 4 pitches. So, leadoff batter for the Genomes is on in the 6th. And the DH comes to the plate, Wellington Dotel, the Dominican Republic product. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. Dotel plays left field when he's in the lineup typically. This one high and inside. Dotel has 1 home run to speak of this year and a double to go with it. 174 batting average. 47 plate appearances. 2-0 the count. First 6 pitches, all balls from Henry Owens so far. You know, your fielders will tell you, give them something to hit. That's what you got fielders for. And now he throws a strike. 2-1 the count to Dotel. Playing a little Blues Brothers music here now. Two 2-1 count. And Owens is going to check his runner over there and throws to first as Becker gets back. Swihart on the bag. Owens from the stretch, winds and delivers. Looked pretty good. Ball 3, though. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed, 3-2. Dotel with some good cuts tonight, but has yet to connect. Fouled off a few, but nothing in fair play yet. But with that kind of a hard swing, Keith, when he gets a hold of something, he's going to put one into play or put one out of play fair. And he hits this one hard, center field, and sitting underneath it and making the catch was Nate Thompson. So Dotel puts that in fair play, deep center field, but Thompson there to make the catch, and there's one out. As you look at the replay, and Dotel knew it. Becker stays at first, so 1 on, 1 out. And here comes PA to the plate. PA tonight, 2 for 2. Had a ground rule double on his last appearance at the plate. Owens looks in with 1 out, throws the first pitch. High and inside, ball 1. That one scared Marvin King a little bit. 1-0. Boy, it's settled nicely here. The sun went down, it cooled off, didn't it, Keith? Feels good out here. All the windows open up here in the press box. Everybody enjoying that cool air now. 1-0 count to PA. Owens fires. Fouled up into the air and sailing left and boom, hit the ceiling. Or the roof, I should say. 1-1 the count now to PA. Genomes 4, Legends 2. Top of the 6th. 1 on, 1 out, 1-1 count to PA. And he hits this one foul. It'll be 1-2. Special hello to some very special listeners tonight. Middle school softball player and Anderson County Mustang, Kennedy Tressler. Hello to you. And future Golden State Warrior Trey Tressler and future Andre Agassi rival Max Tressler, the tennis star, listening. And my beautiful wife, Lindsay, as PA goes down on strikes for the second out of the evening. So thank you to my wonderful family that allows me to leave home and come here and play broadcaster and watch baseball in the evenings. You always know how blessed you are when you have a big family or people around you that love you. Makes all the difference in the world. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Genomes lead 4-2, 1 on. And Moore steps to the plate and looks at the first pitch. Strike 1. 224 average, 1 RBI. 91-mile-an-hour pitch there. That first one for a strike. Owens from the stretch, checks the runner, and now fires in there. Looked pretty good. And ball 1. One and 1 the count. Demetrius Moore at the plate, the center fielder. Chops this one over. Picked up by Marshall. He smothers it but can't grab it in time to throw it to first. And Moore is going to get there safely. 2 on, 2 outs as Moore makes it to first and the runner advances to second. So now this is not the situation you wanted to be in and have the league leader in batting average to the plate. Becker at second, Moore at first, and Riley Mahan batting just under 500. Number 1 in the Atlantic League for batting average, steps to the plate against Owens. Lefty on lefty here. And he chops the first pitch foul. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Genomes lead 4-2 here in the 6th inning, and they will play again tomorrow morning at 10:05 here, Education Day. The staff will be here rolling hot dogs early tomorrow morning. And excited to do it. The fist pumping continues. And the second pitch to Mahan hit foul over to the Legends dugout. Cowboy Adam making the rounds, saying hi to everybody. A lot of people behind that Genomes dugout. A lot of people behind the Legends dugout. Everybody choosing their weapon tonight, so to speak. 2 on, 2 outs, and the 0-2 to Mahan. Owens looks in from the stretch. Hit hard, deep right field. Goodbye. 3-run shot from Riley Mahan. And the Genomes lead by 5. I got a feeling he threw the changeup that time, and Mahan expected it and took it deep. The 0-2 goes 395 yards to right field, and it was all Phillip Urban can do to watch it. Yep. 7-2 the score here. Top of the 6 on the 3-run home run by Riley Mahan just now. And here's Paredes as he looks at strike 1. Owens fires that pitch in there. A little mad at himself probably for hanging that ball in the air for Riley to hit. And this one's going to be high, 1-1. Genomes trying to make a statement here tonight against the Legends, saying this is our house. Big L doesn't like it. This one hit hard, but sails foul, and Urban heads over there to pick up the foul ball, and he'll have some people yelling for the souvenir. Hey, thanks, Big L. Big L just blew me a kiss. How about that? Maybe it was you all watching the game at home. Nobody on. 1-2, 2 outs. Owens looks in. Paredes set. Hits this one high. And it's going to be shallow to the second baseman, it looks like. And it's caught. That'll end the inning, but 3 runs for the Genomes on the 3-run home run by Riley Mahan. We'll be back in the bottom of the 6th for the Legends. Right after this, this is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Welcome back to Wild Health Field as the Lexington Legends hosting the Genomes, although they share the stadium here, Wild Health Field. The Legends are the home team for the next 6 nights, or 6 days in a row, I should say, and nights. And stepping into the plate here is Brasino, the catcher, batting .254, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. The Legends trail 7-2. And 1-1 the count to Brasino. Legends trail by 5 here, but they still have 4 at-bats to try to make up the ground. Hey, look at that souvenir for that guy. He's excited. How about that? 1-2 the count. Brasino, your batter. Here's the fire in there from Villanueva. It's going to be low, 2-2. Two and two the count. Tuesday evening. And this one chopped foul by Brasino. Count holds steady at 2-2. Brasino tonight, 2 plate appearances. He's got 1 hit and an RBI. One of the 2 runs he drove in. And Villanueva on the 2-2. It's going to be low, and the count goes full, 3-2. Brasino, the lead batter here in the bottom of the 6th, and I'm not sure what he's pointing at there. Something's going on with Villanueva, the pitcher, as he goes off the mound. Brasino saw something. He's pointing to him, and Villanueva bending over, and I don't know what happened there. He was bending over, holding his side. Didn't look like he was feeling okay. Oh, it's his knee. Villanueva's left knee. Brasino was the first one to see it. He pointed to the pitching mound. And Villanueva dropped his glove and kind of in pain stepped off the mound, and well, you could tell that took his breath away there. As he grabs a rosin bag and Mark Minakazi talking to the manager Phillips from the Legends. They're going to talk over what just happened with Marvin King, the home umpire, plate umpire. We'll take a quick break and let them sort it out. We'll be back with more Lexington Legends baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. Steve Tressler here as the Genomes in their first meeting with the Lexington Legends, who share the Wild Health Field with the Genomes. Lead 7-2. Genomes with a 7-2 lead on the Legends. And time's been called for a player safety issue here. Is that it looks like there's an issue with the pitching mound. There's a cut in the pitching mound here. It's a artificial surface, and there's a cut there, and Villanueva, the starting pitcher for the Genomes, looks like he tweaked his knee as he came down on that last pitch and stepped off the mound, and then time was called as both managers, as you see there on the middle of your screen, are talking about it on what to do next because it's a player safety issue. Do you call the game here? Because they are waiting on a new pitching mound to be delivered to the field. Do they call the game or do they try to fix it and play on through or do something to the mound to fix it so that the game can continue? It's hot dog night here, thanks to Friends of Cole. And kids, if you're listening, do you know how hot dogs are made? Well, Google that on the internet and look up a video on YouTube because I don't know if I want to go into the details, but you enjoy your hot dogs here, and we'll be back with more Lexington Legends baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel and the Lexington Legends Radio Network. Well, as they sort things out here at Wild Hill Field, they're all talking it over together at the pitching mound on how to move forward for this. We're going to ask you a little trivia question here. So if you're listening on the live stream on YouTube, here's the trivia question. Since the start of the 2020 season, who has the most go-ahead home runs from the 8th inning or later in baseball? Is it Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, or Adolis Garcia? Again, here's the question. Since the start of the 2020 baseball season, who has the most go-ahead home runs in the 8th inning or later? Is it Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, or Adolis Garcia? If you said Garcia, you're right. He's had 5 home runs, 8th inning or later. Question number 2, as we wait for them to sort this out. Which two players in Brewers history have a pair of 7 RBI games? Only 2 players in the history of the Milwaukee Brewers have had 7 RBI games. 2 of them. One is Jonathan LaCroix on May 20th, 2012, and August 30th of 2012, and the other is Ryan Braun, April 8th, 2014, and August 6th, 2016. Well, folks, it looks like due to a player safety issue with that pitching mound, they're going to suspend play tonight with the Legends and Genomes and finish up tomorrow morning. Public address announcer. I'm Steve Tressler. We'll see you tomorrow with more Lexington Legends baseball right here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Good night, everybody.